maybe haven't got their eye on just yet.
Well, it's hard to single out players as Matt O'Brien walks to the middle. 137th match in the World Rugby 7's series. Matt O'Brien working with World Rugby Direct, formerly out of Australia. It's hard to know, as I was saying, where to look in this Fijian side for stars, but perhaps think about that man right there. Timo Ravovo, equal leading point scorer in the series coming into this tournament, alongside France's Terry Bourahua. And Ben Ryan looks on, all set to go.
Fiji.
Goya will have the ball for the start of this match. Japanese rugby on the up. Their inclusion in Super Rugby and, of course, that wonderful World Cup. The World Cup in 2019 will be theirs, but right now it's a Fijian steamroller. Rawa, a stop and start, and a go, go, go. Japan getting hustled early in the match. Too wide. Knocked off the ball, and they'll win the penalty instead. Physical presence of Fiji. Pio too wide. Hands it off to Rawata. This time a little more circumspect in their approach as they work towards the edge. Japan trying to cover. And then a Falcon. He was trying to pick the ball up. He did nothing but headbutt it straight into the hands of Timo Ravovo.
Well, it's only a minute into this game, but don't you just love the way Fiji play the game of sevens, just using it for space. The passing, the holding it one hand, the goose step. Look at this, manhandling people. He's a big man, isn't he, this fella? But just the offload and the ability to get the ball free. Japanese boys, look at that. Falcon, first Falcon of the weekend. But this here, look at the goose. There we go. The speed. Brilliant, Melody.
They've got everything, haven't they? Speed, physicality, man. I tell you what, standing here on the sideline, they are big boys, this Fijian side. No wonder they're leading the series so far. They're so strong.
Well, Ben Ryan has been very good for this side. He's a wonderful sevens coach, as we all know, and he's enjoying his time with the Fijians. What a resource to have. They certainly love their code in Fiji. There has been. His tan hasn't come on. I thought he'd worked on that.
He's just brought discipline into the team, hasn't he? I mean, you talked about their talent before, Christian, but he's just brought in this whole lot of discipline and attitude to training. You can see it out there.
Japan now with a chance to do something with the ball. Wrapped up in the tackle, Kotanibo, who made it. It's now Suejima. Good run from him. That's the 22 on the left of your screen, but this will be a penalty. Not releasing the ball is the call. Fiji get on with the job. Japan now going to come across on this right-hand side. Tuwai again looked inside. Threats all over the show. How about that? Rawatha gets the try. What about the pass?
What about the pass, all right? You get the feeling for Japan, they can't play the physical game with this Fijian side. They need to keep it away from them. This is what happens, the turnover. Look at that, look at the offloads. We talked about this earlier. The finding space, the support players running into space. Is this the ball here? Is this the... Look at the ball here. I mean, how does he get that away? Look at that line, brilliant.
Tell you what, it's frightening to watch these guys play. Absolutely frightening. They have come out firing Melody Robinson from second one.
You say frightening, I say it's great. I love seeing this out there. This is a great advertisement of how you play sevens rugby. Yeah, it was a defensive lapse by Japan, no doubt about it, but Fiji just put that one ball back on the inside over.
This restart is on the button. Japan, though, good control as they collect the ball. need to do something with some possession. Very hard against the Fijian side that has been physical. Passed away by Goto. Looking to find some width to Kiri. They stay in field, but only just. Picked up and carried on. Back for Japan. Bit of patience here as they try to build the phases and avoid being physically injured. Henry. Jamie Henry with an air step. And the pass is loose again. Picked up now. Fiji offside play, so they'll have some reprieve here, Japan. And Fiji will have to continue to defend.
Yeah, well, they made some yardage there, didn't they? Not taking into contact, finding a bit of space on the outside. You get the feeling, we talk about getting your second win in this game of sevens, you get the feeling Fiji got it in about the first 30 seconds.
Did they ever? Tell you what, those jerseys are something else too in Japan, aren't they? Line-out is good. Structure of their set piece has been outstanding in the game so far, Japan. Can they find a way through this Fijian defence? That's not bad. Jamie Henry, quarter metre short. Can't quite pick the ball up. Now they do. They drive over the line. And they'll come back for the penalty on a hold-up play. It feels you have to go now. The former Fijian side has a chance to set the defence. That's what they do. Soejima goes over. And Japan strike back.
Well, Soejima, they just tap and put your head down. Determination, get over the line. Great hit back there by Japan.
Tenacity and guts, wasn't it, really? Feisty, this Japanese team. Most would expect them to go wide at this point, but Soejima just picked it up. Quick tap, over. Love it.
Well, that's good for Japan. Consider the first few minutes of that first half, it was looking like a potential blowout. But they've hung in the game. In their first real period of possession, they've made it pay. Message to Frank. Vinaka. Fiji back in possession. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. 7 points the lead. Remembering the stats all time in the series. 9 meetings between these teams. 9 victories for Fiji. Get out of the way. There's the ball. It is relentless. Kualini South under the bar to finish the first half.
Well, you say, Scotty, relentless. Whenever they get the ball, they can do this. You talk about Japan. One thing they needed was not give Fiji the ball, because this is what they can do. But just the fend off and the, once again, the offload and the support line and the pace. It's tough to stop, isn't it, Melody?
Look, game breakers, that's what Fiji's got. You know, one guy takes the ball up, manhandles the Japanese defence. There's a difference between these two teams at this point. Look at this. Swatting, it's like swatting flies away, really, isn't it? So big, so physical, so fast.
Look at this.
And the tackling technique wasn't too bad. He just got swatted off.
Well, it didn't slow him down. It did not slow him down one bit.
But that's great, though. He's a big man, but their awareness to keep that ball free and the inside pass here. The support line once again. Dangerous.
Line out, let's make sure defensively, semi you got to get a back lift on. Where is it? Get a back lift on, make sure we get a lift defensively on that liner. And in defence, we can't wait and then go back. We've got to go forward first. One man, one tackle, excellent. Go forward. And just for me in the tack, don't assume you're going to run down. Everyone supports the ball. Okay?
Plenty of colour already here in the stadium today. Lots of Fijian fans here, as there always is in Wellington. They love coming to support their team. Half time in the match, 21-7. Fiji in control on the scoreboard. Certainly in control when they have possession. They have looked unstoppable. Still to come, next 4 games. Kenya, Canada, Australia, Portugal, South Africa, Scotland. And the first appearance for the New Zealand side here in Wellington against Russia.
Japan.
South Africa, of course, the champions of their own home tournament in Cape Town, coming into this event. Bolstered by a number of big names in South African rugby who have committed to the 7's cause, looking ahead to the Olympic Games in Rio. This one is knocked back, and Fiji will eventually have possession to start the second half. Rabobo, his pass away. Mulai got his pass back. Rabobo again. Looking to set. The pickoff was on. Couldn't capitalise Japan, and now they are exposed. Fiji will look to capitalise on the outside. And the pass was good enough. The finish outstanding. They're in again.
Yeah, don't you just love Fiji? And they don't mind going backwards to find some space, and their ability to offload and get that ball into space. Almost the intercept here for Japan. But look at this. Just find the space. Find the gas. They still had a bit of work to do. Gave it reasonably early. But in the end, just too big, too strong. I guess another missed tackle there.
Yeah, that Japanese defence was under all kinds of pressure once Henry went for the intercept. If he had got it, would have been great. Just scrambling back there, and Rawata, what an athlete he is. Great finisher.
It's one of the real joys of the 7's World Series is teams like Fiji and their ability to work themselves into space. At times it comes across almost chaotic, but there's method in the madness.
They understand the game so well, don't they?
26-7, Fiji in control of the match, Japan in control of the ball. Until now. Matt O'Brien sees the infringement. Fiji will have bonus time.
Ben Ryan was saying before this tournament, just yesterday when we saw him in the Civic Centre, that he's been working on defence for his Fijian teams. It seems crazy when you see all the points they've put out there, but their defensive systems, they're all like on one piece of string, moving across, putting pressure on Japan. That's one of the reasons why they look so good out there.
Former New Zealand rugby star Melody Robinson on the sideline with us from All Black Christian Cullen upstairs, and Fiji tearing it apart in Wellington. Oshima, no chance of stopping the big man Jerry Tuwai.
Well, you talk about defence, Melody, but this is probably why. Because this is what they can do on attack. They're just so natural, aren't they? And I just love the steps and the offloads and the support players getting themselves into the right positions. The understanding of the game. And he's such a nice guy, he gives it to his mate to score.
Great pass upfield, and then Dormalai. There you go, mate. Help yourself. Gee, that's good stuff. Would you have ever done that, Christian?
Probably not.
Well, look at his stats, Sumo. He obviously didn't.
I don't think I ever saw you pass the ball, actually.
That's what they call me, crowbar.
18 tackle attempts for Japan, 12 missed. That is not a great completion rate. And really, it's the story of the match. 33-7, still with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's tough, especially, you know, obviously for Japan. Fiji, when they've got the ball, they're just so dangerous. Can break at will.
Fine. Sit.
Fiji looking to sit again. Find a bit more width this time on this Japanese defensive line. It's 3 had converged to make the tackle. The mistake comes. Punatani, the man who dropped the ball. But an example there of just why this side is so hard to stop, because it takes so many people to put each player down.
He's probably not the biggest man either making the breakthrough there, and he almost still managed to get that ball free. And you're right there, Scotty. I mean, who do you shut down? Who do you go on? I mean, it's so difficult. There's 7 guys on this Fijian side, but they're all dangerous in their own right.
Sit.
Japan searching for something to take out of this game. They did score a good try late in the first half. Fiji back though, well covered. Oh. Just watch and enjoy this. You don't need to talk.
I was going to say that. You just sit up here or sit at home watching your TV and you just sit there and applaud that sort of play. I mean, how many sets of hands and this here, look at that. Boom, step, through the gap, the pace. And then just a support play. Look at it. People coming from everywhere, knowing where to be. That there. This offload off the ground. It is involved. What do you say?
What about the work of Jerry Tuwai? The evasion to start the move rolling. Then when he's tackled, how quickly he gets back to his feet and in a support role for that handle from the ground. That's the difference.
I think he touched it about 3 or 4 times in that play. I mean, that's just the work rate, the effort to get up off the ground.
40 points. 50th try for Semi Kunatani. And the restart now from Musia Kulunisau. This one is knocked back. 27 seconds remaining. And more damage on the way. No. That's a full pass from Japan. First mistake was the knocker on Fiji. So we'll have the scrum.
Yeah, almost another try there, wasn't it, Scotty? That's probably the only time one of their offloads hasn't gone to hand. I've been pretty impressive. Accuracy's been top-notch in this game. Great start here for Fiji.
That is probably the nicest sound Japan has heard all day.
Sit.
Sure makes a difference from hearing footsteps. Still a chance though, and they won't give up. They never do. The ball is knocked loose. Fiji instead, with their own chance to close out this match. It has been a convincing performance from the World Series leaders. Finitagi will stay on his feet, finally releasing the ball. Now there's some space on the right-hand side. One out the back. Oh, this is too good. Out the back passes, all the tricks on show. And Fiji finish the match with a flourish. Takes the score to 45. It's been a destruction.
Yeah, it's almost like that rugby ball's got a homing beacon on the Fijian white jerseys. It just seems to go to hand on every pass. I mean, just drop the hip and the back offloads there. Look at that. But every pass just goes to hand. How good have they been? And in the end, just the pace, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what. You want to sell 7's? Just show an endless highlight reel of Fiji. Kick's no good. Full time in the game. And the final score here, 45-7. Fiji on fire. Greg Clark will join us in commentary alongside Willie Lawson.
Ben Ryan, you don't smile often during a match, but gee, that does have to put a smile on your face, doesn't it? They were very good, weren't they?
Yeah, they were very good, and we've had a quiet week. Hasn't really felt like tournament week, so I was a little bit unsure how they'd come out, but really pleased with that. And we got all 12 out, and they filled the field really well.
Is there anything you weren't happy with that they have to work on?
Yeah, well, we gave away a couple of needless free kicks being in front of the ball. But generally, you know, it's the first one out of the way. We were genuinely worried about Japan. You know, they're a good side with some excellent players, and I think we'll cause trouble in this group. So just to get off the mark early, and now we've got 2 hard games. Wales, if they beat us, they're in. If they lose to us, they're out. So a tough game.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you.